بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تبارك وتعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل إن كان آباؤكم وأبناؤكم وإخوانكم وأزواجكم وعشيرتكم وأموال اقترفتموها وتجارة تخشون كسادها ومساكن ترضونها أحب إليكم من الله ورسوله وجهاد في سبيله فتربصوا حتى يأتي الله بأمره والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين صدق الله العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through this complete deen that He established for us, taught us everything that we need to do in our life and everything that we should refrain from. And one of the very important things that we need to realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in order to establish this final being, He sent a messenger that would be suitable to establish this type of way of life. You know, when we have a conference and we have different speakers, sometimes it may go on for days, and then the keynote speaker comes at the end for the final speech. And this is exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did in establishment of this system of the world. From the time of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam all the way up to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu wassalam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was preparing the stage of the world so that human beings will develop their abilities, learn how to work on themselves, on the system of the world, how to benefit from this dunya, how to get the maximum of this life in a short period of time, get the maximum benefit of every minute of their life with a short period of time that they would have. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent all of those Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam to start working on human abilities and start developing this world so that it will be most suitable for the human beings and for the benefit of human beings. And when everything was ready and the stage is ready now for the final thought Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then finally He told him, الْيَوْمَ أَكْمَلْتُ لَكُمْ دِينَكُمْ وَأَتْمَمْتُ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعْمَتِي وَرَضِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا. Today, I have completed and perfected your deen. From Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and continued over 124,000 Anbiya, and finally comes Sayyidul Anbiya wal Mursaleen, to come and perfect and complete this deed. And therefore, we are bound to love such a great personality, such a great person, such a great prophet, who was given the title of Sayyidul Anbiya. He is the leader of all mankind, all the messengers. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tells us in the hadith, on the day of Qiyamah, أَنَا سَيِّدُ وُلْدِ آدَمَ وَلَا فَخَرٍ. I'm the leader of all mankind, and I will be holding the flag of Hamd. All the Anbiya will be behind me under the flag of Hamd on the day of Qiyamah. What is the flag of Hamd? Do we see any nation in the world, after having so many teachings from so many different systems, even outside of Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, so many reformers came, so many different people came who tried to establish their own groups and their own teachings and their own sects. We don't find any of those, even those who came after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, trying to copy the ways of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even amongst their followers, you don't find hamd of Allah, thanking of Allah as much as you find in this ummah of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the one who taught the mankind how to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Believers, they wake up on the name of Allah. Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Every step, every believer is with Bismillah, is in the name of Allah. And for everything that we accomplish, whatever we get done, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, is part of our salah, daily prayers, every rak'ah. Sami Allahu liman hamida. What does it mean? Allah hears any person that will thank Allah. As soon as Imam says that, as soon as Imam reminds us, Allah would hear you. If you thank Allah, we get up and we say, Rabbana lakal hamd. Ya Allah, we all thank you. Look at the thanksgiving to Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look the way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us how to give thanks. Every meal that we eat, every time we get a morsel of food, you drink a water, Alhamdulillah. You got juice, Alhamdulillah. And we see our system nowadays. Day and night we are eating and drinking. For everything we are ever, just our enjoyment is eating and drinking. Having coffee, having nuts, having chocolates, having sweet, having meal. Bismillah and Alhamdulillah is part of all of that. Subhanallah, if we just follow that, then Alhamdulillah, most of the Muslims do follow it. And we see our life is full of remembering Allah and glorifying Allah and thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who taught us that connection with our Rabb, the one who taught us how to thank our Rabb, of course, He is the one that we all need to thank Him for teaching us how to thank our Rabb subhanahu wa ta'ala. So a person who will look at the teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is bound to love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because sometimes some people ask, why do we love our Prophet? Or why Muslims have to love their Prophet more than they love anyone else? Many of our children also do ask, and they have the right to ask. They should know, and we need to teach them this, that why do we love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam so much? It's not only because it's required, it's because of what we get through him. In fact, the word love is a lost word. Is a lost word in the dictionary of the world. Why? Because, everyone knows, when you love someone, then people go out of their boundaries, out of their limits. They don't know how to love. We don't know who to love. We don't know where to put our love. Every human being has that quality of loving. We have it by nature. We all have that quality of loving. Some people, they just love themselves. They don't love anyone else. We call it selfishness. What is selfishness? You just love yourself. You don't love anyone else. Some people, they forget themselves and they just love others. And then who are those others? Many times people misuse the quality of love. And then regardless if it is misused or is properly used. But then to balance it, sometimes people love their parents and they love them so much that they neglect their children. Sometimes people love their children so much that they neglect their parents. They neglect their spouses. They love their brothers or their sisters so much that they neglect their spouse. They love their spouses so much that they neglect everyone else in the society. In today's world, people think that Islam doesn't have that proper teaching of love. There's some other system that will teach you better love. No, that's our nature. Our nature told us love. And when you love, cross every boundary and don't stop at any limit when it comes to love. Islam, it is only through Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that we learn how to balance our love. He taught us love. He taught us love. And he taught us how to balance the love. This is where people would make a mistake in love. That they would love. And then they say, just love and love and love and love. And keep on getting worse and worse and worse. When are you getting better? No, you have to know your boundaries. You have to set your limits. You have to know how far you can go with it. And what are your responsibilities outside of the circle here of love. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam balanced everything. And when it comes to love, it is a fact. If you look at it from two different angles, you would say, subhanallah, it's 100% credit goes to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You will not find any teaching, any system that will teach us these two things when it comes to love. One is, of course, initially teaching to love and encouraging the love, just like he's sitting. And there are other people sitting around him. Remember, this is when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is sitting in his position in the masjid. He's the imam. And then he is the leader of the community. And when outsiders are looking at him, that he is the head of the state. He is the greatest of the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, he is the prophet of Allah. And in that type of situation, when we get into that type of situation, okay, now I have to be very, very careful in our step. Of course, he is careful and he is open to what nature requires. So grandchildren come and he grabs his grandchildren and he's kissing them. He's playing with them. A villager is sitting there. He's watching. He couldn't hold it no more. When he sees Prophet ﷺ is kissing him, is playing with him, he said, Ya Muhammad, do you kiss your children? We don't kiss our children. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, what can I do for you if Allah has taken the mercy out of your heart? I can't do nothing for you. This is rahmah, this is mercy. See, balancing it is not only, no, my children, grandchildren, don't even get close to me when I'm in public. Balancing everything. He's praying salah. Rasulullah, today your salah was long, your that was very long. They thought either Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going to teach them a special dua. He said, no, my grandchild was sitting on my shoulder and I didn't want to stand up, get up from the sajda and she will fall. So this is why I continued having my sujood. I prolonged my sujood for her. Balancing it. When I'm praying, at least I have to pretend I don't know what's happening behind me because there is my for sure there. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam finishes the salah and it's that some children were crying in the back. And that made me finish my salah quicker so that the mother won't be too disturbed because of her child. Rahmah on the mother, rahmah on the child. He's thinking about that mother whose child is crying. And I'm thinking about my recitation only. And what people will have to think about this imam, and okay, mashallah, he did a nice, long, beautiful recitation. And Prophet ﷺ finishes the salah quickly, and he says, it's because of that mother. Balancing everything. He is the one who taught us the balance. So I was saying, with that love that he taught us, if you look at two parts of this love. One is balancing the love. It's something you don't find in any other system. There is no balance. Number two, when it comes to love, one thing generally people forget is loving those who are not around you. Loving those sometimes people don't even remember certain people. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed us the love for those people also. For example, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in so many hadiths talked about me and you, about us, people who would come later on in the ummah, 1,000 years later, 2,000 years later, and still Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked about how much he loves us. There's so many hadith where he said, I wish I could see my brothers. Now, Sahaba, Ya Rasulullah, awlasna ikhwanuka Ya Rasulullah, are you your brothers Ya Rasulullah? He said, you are Mushabi, you are my companions. My brothers, I'm referring to my brothers as those who haven't come yet in this ummah. I wish I can see them one day. Aisha radiallahu anha says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he conquered Makkah Mukarramah, imagine the happiness of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is the city where they forced him out of it. This is his hometown. And they forced him out of this town. And one day he wanted to go to the Kaaba, and the person made fun of him. In fact, he kicked him away, and he started yelling at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is holding the key to the Kaaba. How happy he is. Aisha radiallahu anha says, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam left home, and he was very happy. He was extremely happy that, alhamdulillah, Allah gave us Makkah today, He gave us the Kaaba today. He came back, he went inside the Kaaba, he performed the Salah, he came back to me, and he seemed to be sad. I said, Ya Rasulullah, what's the matter? I see that you're sad, Ya Rasulullah. Today Allah gave you everything. Allah gave you the key to the Kaaba. You should be happy. You went inside the Kaaba, you performed the Salah, you should be happy, Ya Rasulullah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, yes, I was very happy. I went inside the Kaaba. I performed the Salah. After that I remembered those of my ummah who will come later on. They are not with me today. They will come later on. They won't have access to enter the Kaaba. And they would know that their Prophet went into the Kaaba. So they would want to go into the Kaaba, but they won't be able to go in there. They will be sad. So I'm feeling sad for them. Subhanallah. Love. Anyone else talked about people that you have not seen and love them so much? And then he says, if I would have remembered this point earlier, I would not have entered the Kaaba myself. Amazing amount of love. And then, balancing that love. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the one who taught us how to fulfill our responsibilities, rights of others, taking care of the rights of others. Generally, every system will emphasize on your rights. Teachers' rights, students' rights. Parents' rights, children's rights. Husband's rights, wife's rights. Men's rights, women's rights. And everyone is just out there with big signs, our rights, our rights, our rights. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam always encouraged us to look towards our responsibilities. That's the only way when we can have a very, very happy society, where every person is happy in this society, in a community, in a house, where every person is trying to fulfill his responsibility and her responsibility as whatever their position is. As a child, as a father, as a mother, as a parent. Whatever our position is, we fulfill our responsibilities, take care of people's rights. If every person would be taking care of others' rights, of course, everyone is happy that, mashallah, this person is so nice. But if every person is, no, my rights, and you didn't do this for me, this one I'm not going to do this for you. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, once he sensed this from one of the Sahaba when he complained to him about another Sahaba. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to him, وَإِنِ امْرُؤٌ شَتَمَكَ أَوْ عَيَّرَكَ بِمَا يَعْلَمُ فِيهِ فَلَا تُعَيِّرْهُ بِمَا تَعْلَمُ فِيهِ فَإِنَّمَا إِثْمُ ذَلِكَ عَلَيْهِ. If any person would curse at you, or he would accuse you of something that he knows of you. He knows that you did one day you did something wrong. Your childhood friend, someone that who knows something more about you. So he knows something wrong that you have done. And one day he comes out and he starts telling people that, I saw him doing this or he did this. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, don't curse him. And وَلَا تُعَيِّرْهُ بِمَا تَعْلَمُ فِيهِ. And if you know some of his wrongdoings, some of his faults, what would you do? in today's time? What would you do? Right away, I'm going to just publish it. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, don't even mention it. Don't even mention it to him, let alone telling others. Don't even mention it to him. فَإِنَّمَا إِثْمُ ذَلِكَ عَلَيْهِ. He will pay for that in the akhirah. You don't want to be in that position too. You don't want to be paying in the akhirah. If he's doing it, let him do it. You know something of him. Many times we don't know, this is why I was staying quiet. No, you know something that he did, still you stay quiet, as if you don't know nothing about him. Let it go. SubhanAllah. Look at how much he's telling us to take care of our responsibilities and don't just look for your rights. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the way he taught us, loving others, caring others, he made a beautiful statement. Laysa minna. Pay attention to this. Laysa minna is not from amongst us. He is developing that ummah, that every sahabi around him wants to be closest to him. And at least you want to be part of this ummah. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would go up on the stage and he would say, Laysa minna is not from amongst us. Even if he's sitting here, even if he's talking to me, even if he's praying behind me, he is not of me. I have nothing to do with him. Who is that, Ya Rasulullah? مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا وَيُوَقِّرْ كَبِيرَنَا وَفِي رِوَايَةٍ يَعْرِفُ شَرَفَ كَبِيرِنَا. A person who does not have mercy on youngsters and a person who does not respect elders. What a beautiful society. That every elder is having kindness, showing kindness and showing mercy to the youngsters. Every youngster is having respect for the elders. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and it's only through his teachings we learn tahara in our lives. What is this tahara? It is only through him that every believer, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you wash your face, you rinse your mouth, you clean your nose, you clean your eyes, not because you don't want others to smell it from you, it's because it's part of my teachings of my deen, because this is what my Prophet told me to do. Not only this, it is only through his teachings that believers are staying so clean that we wash ourselves, clean ourselves properly after using the bathroom. It is only through the teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that every believer is washing his feet more than others would wash their face. This is tahara, purification, cleanliness. And he made that clear announcement, at-taharatu min al-iman. Cleanliness is part of iman. It is only through Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that we learn how to do the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly. Really, we may think, no, other religions also teach about how to do the ibadah. It is only and only Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that we know how he performed his full prayer. His full prayer. How did he perform it? When he raised his hand, what did he say? When he folded his hand, what did he say? When he was standing out after that, what did he recite? What did he recite when he was bowing down in ruku'? What did he say when he was going up? What did he recite when he was in sujood? What did he recite when he was in qa'dah? What did he recite in tashahhud? What dua was recited after that? During the night time, how many rak'ahs is he praying? What du'as is he making? How long he was standing up and reciting the Quran? Not only this, let alone all of these details of the ibadah and every dua that he's reciting, and we know it and it's been recorded. For others, we don't even know if they finished the whole book, the divine book that they had, if the Prophet of that time recited the whole book from memory or not. We don't know. They may have done. But we are saying no, but there is no record of it. And here we see even Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in memorizing the Quran, and there is records of it that this Sahabi and this Sahabi reciting the whole Quran by heart. These things are not known anywhere else. How did he fast? What dua did he recite at the beginning of fasting, at the end of fasting, during the fasting? These things are not even known. There is no concept of it anywhere else. And we go further into all the other ibadat, all the details of the ibadat, there is no way to find out. And the list can keep on going on and on. There is no end to really this list. We know how much we benefit from the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All I can remind myself and everyone here today that today we are gathered here, left so many things behind us. Such an important schedule, such an important work, such a busy schedule that normally we won't have time for anything else. And today we came to the masjid in this day, at this time, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only through the teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us the same way around our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on the day of Qiyamah and in Jannah al-Firdaus. يقول الله جل وعلا في كتابه العزيز: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله ورسوله ولا تولوا عنه وأنتم تسمعون ولا تكونوا كالذين قالوا سمعنا وهم لا يسمعون إن شر الدواب عند الله الصم البكم الذين لا يعقلون ولو علم الله فيهم خيرا لأسمعهم ولو أسمعهم لتولوا وهم معرضون. ويقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم في حديث بين فيه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أهمية حب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين. رزقني الله وإياكم هذا الحب لحبيبه صلى الله عليه وسلم. وبارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بما فيه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم. استغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له. ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد فيا عباد الله اتقوا الله جل وعلا وصلوا على سيد الأولين والآخرين. يقول الله جل وعلا في كتابه العزيز: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم على حبيبك ونبيك سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ونبينا محمد. وارض اللهم عن جميع أصحاب نبيك أجمعين وعن الخلفاء الراشدين أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن بقية الستة من العشرة المبشرة وعن أهل بيت نبيك أجمعين وعن التابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وعنا معهم بفضلك وجودك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اعز الاسلام والمسلمين، اللهم اعزنا ولا تذلنا، اللهم اكرمنا ولا تهنا، اللهم انا نسالك رضاك والجنه ونعوذ بك من سخطك وغضبك والنار. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا ان نسينا واخطانا، ربنا ولا تحمل علينا اصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا، ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقه لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا انت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد واله وصحبه اجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. مولاي صل وسلم دائما